Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative Headline News. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar. Starting off locally here in Trinidad and Tobago, congratulations to Dr. Akibo and the wonderful team at the Sangre Grande Hospital, ERHA, who delivered their first triplets this morning at the hospital. All babies are doing well at the NICU. Round of applause for these fantastic, hardworking, and dedicated doctors, nurses, and staff of the ERHA. I would add, because of course I didn't write that post, but I would add that Sangre Grande definitely is one of the best hospitals here in Trinidad and Tobago. You may not think that's really the case, sir. But of course, here on this particular platform, I can't go into the details. But trust me, Sangre Grande definitely is one of the best hospitals in Trinidad and Tobago. In some more local news, what began as a small community outreach in Bandu Trace, St. Margaret's Village in Claxton Bay, years ago has grown into a national effort to support students across Trinidad. The Bright Future organization is on a mission to ensure no child is left behind this school term through their back-to-school drive. I just continue to hope and pray that other individuals from various sectors of our society, especially from the upper class, and some very fortunate members of the middle class, would assist these sort of organizations in encouraging and empowering our youths to excel in a time when there's so much negativity in this world, so much of issues that our country is also facing. And what we need to do is invest in programs that would benefit the youth in a positive way. And we are talking about sports. Sports is so important. Community centers throughout our country. This is what I hope that even the government focuses on. Focus on rebuilding real and genuine community centers that will be controlled, of course, by the ministry, whether it is the Ministry of Community Development or whatsoever. And therefore have programs that are regular, I believe, basically on a weekend and even sometimes during the week, so that our youths could get involved in extracurricular activities that could benefit them in a positive way. This is what we need to do, and also have a lot of counseling sessions within the communities with our youths through the community centers. And of course, definitely assist those who are in need with the books and stationery items whatsoever to be able to help them to send their children to school. This is what we need to focus on as a people and also as a government, the UNC, Kamda Persad Bissessar government. Now for some news from Guyana. Guyana's private sector and vehicle enthusiasts have a new reason to celebrate as Isuzu has officially returned to the local market through Marex and Company Limited. Now an authorized dealer, Marex has launched the 2025 MUX and DMAX models, marking a significant addition to the country's automotive offerings. And of course, when it is you see these international companies willing to invest into a country, it shows, especially in these times, it shows that that particular country is on the right path. It's on the pathway to prosperity and development. And of course, that is because of the Irfaan Ali administration. And this is why Guyanese, I continue to hope and pray that they make the right decision when on general election day. I honestly believe that if the PPP party remains in office for a good 15, 20 years, Guyana could end up the Dubai of the Caribbean. And I'm hoping that also for my country here in Trinidad and Tobago, that we can be on that same level with Guyana as they continue to progress. But of course, to continue on that pathway, you need to vote for Irfaan Ali. Speaking of development, Guyana's economic trajectory could be decisively shaped for decades to come, just like what I was now saying there, according to political activist Senior Counsel Ralph Ramkaran. Said increased investment in health, education, and infrastructure is the key to sustained growth. And it's expected if the People's PPC secures a comfortable majority in the September 1st general and regional elections. I continue to hope and pray that that's exactly what will be the outcome. The University of Guyana has reaffirmed that tuition and facility fees for Guyanese students are now fully funded by the state, in keeping with the government of Guyana's policy, which took effect in January 2025. The institution said it's working to update its students' records management system to reflect the change in time for the new academic year beginning September 2025. Once again, look at it. Just like the UNC government of the past, here in Trinidad and Tobago, they invest in the youths, in the students of our country, and Irfaan Ali is doing the same thing in Guyana. And even in this present administration, Kamda Persad Bissessar has already promised laptops for all Form 1 students. That is significant in an era of science and technology. Modern facility to boost economic activity. Connectivity for years. The people of Bartica have relied on their riverside hub as a lifeline to the rest of Guyana. And now the gateway has been transformed. President Dr. Irfaan Ali commissioned the new $553 million Bartica Stelling, a modern, safer, and more efficient port facility that promises to reshape daily life in Region 7. Money being spent on what? The people and the infrastructure of Guyana. I truly hope one day God will bless me to be able to go and visit my grandfather's place of birth. Now for some Jamaican news, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has announced September 3rd for Jamaica's next general election. At Sunday's mass rally in Halfway Tree, he urged voters to grant the JLP a historic third consecutive term. Nomination day is August 18. In my opinion, I mean, that's a bit short. The election campaign would be extremely short. We are already August the 11th, and therefore that is less than a month to be able to prepare for a general elections. But that's the decision that he made. I'm waiting to see what is the outcome. I'm waiting to see. As I said before, from what I've been reading, he has done quite a bit for Jamaica. This will be his third consecutive term in office if he wins. But also there are other people, there are a lot of people commenting online, and there are different reports of individuals wanting change. And because I don't know much about the other political parties in Jamaica, I don't know. In my opinion, maybe it's time to give another political party a chance to govern the country after 10 years. And there are issues that are facing Jamaicans at this point in time, infrastructure-wise, investment in rural areas, development of rural areas in Jamaica. So I don't know, maybe, just maybe, it might be a wise decision to give another political party a chance. Now for some international news. Kyrgyzstan is becoming a top destination for Indian medical aspirants seeking affordable MBBS courses. The country's alignment with Indian medical standards and supportive campus environment are driving this growing trend. Kyrgyzstan offers MBBS programs following India's NMC guidelines. Tuition and living costs are lower compared to places like the UK and the US. Universities provide Indian food and FMGE coaching for students. So all that, of course, will encourage citizens of India to, of course, migrate to that country or visit that country in order to complete their studies in the field of medicine. Ford, the car company Ford, plans to invest billions in new electric vehicle production, calling it the company's next Model T moment. I will never forget, watching the movie years ago about when the Ford company became into existence and the first set of vehicles that were invented through that company. The same Model T I'm talking about there. Ford said Monday it will invest $5 billion, of course that's US dollars, into a new assembly line and battery production to build EVs, including for a new unnamed model that Ford says will be the most affordable electric pickup truck on the market. Ford said this announcement will add or secure 4,000 US jobs. Now, of course, in comparison to the population in America, that's insignificant. But employment available for the common man is always good news. Elon Musk Tesla has applied to the British energy regulator for a license to supply electricity to households in the United Kingdom. If approved, it will enable Tesla to compete with a host of big energy firms that currently supply the vital utility to properties across England, Wales, and Scotland. The application to UK energy regulator Ofgem was lodged at the end of last month by Tesla Energy Ventures Limited, which is based in Manchester. The official document was signed off by Andrew Payne, who is cited as the company's director. His LinkedIn page shows him as listed as a head of energy for the EMEA region of Tesla. Well, boy, that's just going to make Elon Musk even probably at a higher ranking as a billionaire in the world. I wonder if he still is ranking first place though. But even if, but his status as the one of the richest men of the world will even increase more. Folks, that brings us to the end of today's news headlines. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please continue to like, comment, share. Stay blessed and stay safe, people, in Jesus' name.